Hi everyone, welcome to the channel Literacy Bell. This is part 2 of scientific devices used in daily life. We have already seen some of the devices in part 1. Again, we are going to learn some more about scientific devices in this video. I have mostly covered the names of the devices in both part 1 and part 2. These are the very important devices that are covered for the entrance exams. So let's start. The first device here is microphone. Microphone converts sound waves into electrical vibrations. In general, it is called a mic. Microphone is nothing but a mic. It is present in telephones, hearing aids, and it is used in concert halls and other public events. The next device is microscope. I think everyone would have seen this in your school laboratories. What is a microscope? Micro means small. Micro means small and macro means large. So, microscope is used to study, magnify and observe small things. It is used to study small, tiny and minute things. What are these tiny, minute things? These are called microorganisms. Microorganisms are nothing but bacteria, viruses, protozoas, fungi. All of these are called microorganisms. So a microscope is used to magnify the views of small objects. The next device is odometer. What is the use of odometer? Odometer is a device used in vehicles. It is used to measure the distance covered by wheeled vehicles. I'm sure everyone would have seen this in the vehicles. If anyone have any doubts, then the first thing what you do is after this video, go and check your vehicle. It is used to measure the distance traveled by a vehicle. So let's say my school is 6 km from my home. How do we say that? It is the distance traveled by a vehicle. So odometer is used to measure the distance traveled by a vehicle. Photometer. Photometer compares the luminous intensity of the source light. Means it measures the strength of the electromagnetic radiation in the range from ultraviolet to infrared. What is the meaning of photo? Photo means light. Photometer converts light into electric current. The next one is periscope. What is periscope? You all will be knowing. It is a device used in submarines. Mostly we have seen these devices in cartoons. It looks like a pipe sort of structure to see above the sea level or the sea surface. It is a pipe-like structure to see above the sea level, and it is mostly used in submarines. This is the picture of this periscope. You can have a look at it. The next device is radar. Radar detects the direction and range of an approaching plane by means of radio microwaves. It is a radio location system that uses radio waves to determine the distance, that is, range of the planes. How it works? It emits radio waves and processes this reflection for locating the objects. What happens is the energies are scattered in all the directions and some energies are reflected directly back to the radar. By this way, it can detect the approaching objects. Radiometer. Radiometer measures the emission of radiant energy. That is, it measures the intensity of radiant energy. Next is screw gauge. It measures the thickness of a thin glass plate and the diameter of a thin wire or a small sphere. This is usually present in physics labs. The next device is seismograph. Seismograph measures the intensity of earthquake shocks. Where do we use it? We use it to measure earthquake shocks. We would have seen or observed from the news channels that the earthquakes were very high or low level. How much intensity is the earthquake? This is measured by seismograph, and the result is given in a graph. Hence the name seismograph. The unit of measurement is Richter. Salinometer. It determines the salinity of solution. That means salt content. Saline means salt. How much amount of salt is there in a solution? This is measured by salinometer. Salinity of a solution. It is frequently called as hydrometer. As I already said in the last video, hydrometer is used to determine a specific characteristics of water. Salinity is also a specific characteristic. It measures the dissolved salt content in a solution and it readouts the percentage of salt in a solution. Sonometer. Sonometer measures frequency of a tuning fork. It is used to demonstrate the relationship between the frequency of the sound or frequency of vibration in a stretched string. Here also sono means sound. That is, it measures the frequency of sound waves. The next device is speedometer. Again, many of you would have known about this device. Speedometer is a device that is used in every vehicle. Why it is used? It is used to record the speed of the vehicle. Speedometer is used to measure the speed of the vehicle. In this picture, as we go faster, the needle raises to the greater number. And when we go slow, it falls to a smaller number. Here I have given a picture of odometer also. What is odometer used for? As I have already explained, it measures the distance traveled by a vehicle. And speedometer, it is used to measure the speed of a vehicle. Sphygmomanometer. In common language, we call it blood pressure measuring machine or simply BP machine. Nowadays, it's not only in hospitals, but it is already in most of the houses. So if you have it in your house, you can have a look at it. It is used to measure the blood pressure. The word also contains manometer. We have already seen manometer is to check the pressure. The next device is spirometer. It measures the curvatures of surfaces. Spirometer is an instrument used for precise measurement of the radius of a sphere or any curved surfaces. It measures the curved surfaces or spherical surfaces and hence it has got its name spirometer. Stethoscope. It's a very common device. It is very common device. Everyone will be knowing. What is the use of stethoscope and who uses it? Stethoscope is used by doctors to measure the heartbeat and to determine any congestions are there because of cold and cough and to analyze the lung sounds also. The next device is telescope. This also everybody would be knowing. Telescope is used to see distant planets nearer. Not only planets but also we can see moons, asteroids, stars, etc. But telescopes are different from binoculars. Why? Binoculars are used to see only distant objects, not the planets, but telescope is used to see the planets in our sky. Thermometer. Thermometer is used to measure the temperature. Thermo means temperature or heat. After COVID-19, everybody would be knowing about this thermometer or thermal scanners. So in this picture, I have given about thermometer and a thermal scanner. The next device is little different, that is thermostat. Again here, thermo. Thermo means temperature or heat, and stat means a set point, that is particular temperature point. Thermostat regulates temperature at a particular point. Thermostat is a regulating device which senses the temperature of a physical system. For example, air conditioners. Air conditioners are thermostats, whereas it maintains the temperature at a particular point. Voltmeter. It is used to measure the electrical potential difference between 2 points. It is measured in volts, and hence it got its name voltmeter. As I said in my last video, ammeter is used for measuring the flow of the current, whereas voltmeter is used to measure the voltage of an electrical circuit. The name themselves describes their uses. The next device is cryometer. Cryometer is a thermometer used to measure very low temperatures of objects. Cryometer is used to measure the extremely low temperatures. So if you search for cryo in a dictionary, the meaning is extremely cold conditions. We use the word also in cryopreservation in laboratories. That is, to preserve the specimens in extremely low temperatures, that is -degree centigrades. So the last device here we have got is rain gauge. What will be the use of rain gauge? It is used to measure the amount of rainfall. Okay. A rain gauge is an instrument used by meteorologists and hydrologists to gather and measure the amount of rainfall. Sometimes when we see the rain is very heavy and sometimes it is showering. So how can we say it in numerical quantity? So we use the device called rain gauge. Rain gauge is used to measure the amount of rainfall. So this is the last device in this video. We have mostly covered the topic of scientific devices used in daily life. In the next video, we will be having a question and answer session so that we will get thorough knowledge about this topic. So bye everyone. See you in my next video. Bye.